What's going on, guys? I'm Bird. This is Jut.
What's up, guys?
And we are going to be doing a weekly episodic type thing for comic books, other stuff, geeky stuff.
Geektainment.
Geektainment, yeah, for sure. Movies, video games, novels, I don't know. What else?
Toys.
Toys, definitely toys.
Comics.
Yeah, mainly comics.
Comics.
Right, we got a little stack right here. You guys can see them. This is my weekly pool right there. Every week we're going to try to touch on a top 5 favorite things, geek related.
Yeah.
I say that vaguely because it could be characters, it could be like video games,
Yeah.
it could be all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we're not going to narrow it too much.
Yeah.
It's going to be broad.
Yeah. This week we're gonna start with our top 5 favorite Marvel bad guys.
Yes.
That's only Marvel. Like I said, every week we're gonna try something different. Maybe next week we'll do DC bad guys, or maybe we'll do Marvel good guys. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We want to get you guys involved too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys definitely chime in, comment, subscribe, like.
Yes.
We would love for you guys to comment and tell us what you guys want us to talk about.
Yes, for sure. That's part of the fun. I mean, we're not trying to do this like necessarily for ourselves. I mean, we're trying to do this to get community involvement.
Yeah.
We want to know your guys' favorite top 5. See if there's anybody who likes the same stuff as us specifically.
Yeah. Or our list is crap and you don't like it.
Yeah, it's probably the way it is.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So we're going to try to crush through this real quick because we got other topics to do. But for me and Brandon, we're going to do our top 5 Marvel baddies. I'll do 5, he'll do 5, just back and forth. And then we would also like you guys to comment and say who you think would win, out of my number 5 and his number 5. And
for sure.
4 and 4 and so on.
That's crazy because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
that
you
can
never
get interesting.
know. Yeah, you never know. So number 5 on my top 5, like I said, we're going to keep it quick, is Thanos. Just because he's super powerful, badass villain.
Yes, Thanos. He's a big dog. My number 5 is Shocker. He looks cool. He's not that strong. I would think Thanos could handle that one. But let us know what you guys think about that battle specifically.
Yeah, definitely. My number 4 would be Green Goblin, just because I love Spider-Man. He's one of the most amazing superheroes I remember following, and Green Goblin was definitely a hard one for him to beat.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the main ones.
Yeah.
I got Juggernaut, number 4. Juggernaut, he's a big dude, looks cool, good story, great character, for sure.
Definitely. My number 3 is actually Loki. It was Juggernaut, but we're trying to keep him different.
Yeah. Yeah, more variety.
Loki is just, super powerful demigod. He's awesome.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mine is number 3. It would be Apocalypse. He's, in my opinion, he's kind of the X-Men's be all end all of a big boss. He just looks cool. He's big. He's blue. He's bad. He's awesome. He's powerful. So.
Yeah, for sure. My number 2 is Carnage, just because he is the villain. He is most notoriously known for being a killer.
Yeah.
So he's pretty bad.
Serial killer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's my number 2.
That's number 2. That means my number 2 is Rhino. My favorite animals are rhinos, so that probably explains that one.
Definitely. My number 1 of all time is Magneto. He is crazy, super powerful. Just the way he can do things is awesome.
Yeah, he's a really good one. He's kind of like a favorite of everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if you don't name him, he's always there.
I feel like a newbie for even saying Magneto is my number 1.
I mean, but he's a classic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My favorite number 1 villain ever that I've ever said is my favorite villain from Marvel is Mr. Sinister. Gambit is my favorite superhero. Mr. Sinister is in my opinion, his greatest arch rival. So, Gambit, Mr. Sinister, it's a heck of a fight. So that's my number 1.
Right. That's awesome. And that brings us right into our intro. He said his favorite was Gambit, favorite Marvel superhero all time, yes. Gambit. Mine is Deadpool. If you know me at all, you know it's Deadpool. Actually, Brandon just got this for me for my birthday. It was about a week ago. It's a bobblehead he's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
A little bit about each one of us. We're gonna, just cover some basics. I got into comics from him and his brother Eddie. We've always kind of been real into like the Marvel Geekdom universe.
Right.
I don't know much about DC, but I'm hoping with you guys commenting and stuff, maybe I'll learn more about DC. Maybe I'll get into DC. I don't know.
Right.
Also, my buddy David, he's also big into comics with us, so it's kind of like a four. We all read different stuff, and
right.
So that's how I got into them.
Yeah, it's mine. I mean, I can't pinpoint a day. When I was growing up, I mean, we had just Spider-Man on TV, the X-Men, the 90s series.
For sure.
Ninja Turtles, of course. So those are comic book icons. Obviously, that wasn't the original, comic books, but those were the same characters carried over into our childhood. We're in our 20s, so, growing up in the early 90s, late 80s, that was kind of what we were really big into. So I kind of pinpoint a lot of that just back to that. Growing up with the cartoons before I could read, and then picking up random comic books. I've been collecting comics for a long time, on and off. The artwork to me is a big part of why I like them. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I think yeah, for sure. I mean, artwork is definitely key in all comic book, and I mean it's.
Right.
Some of the artwork. I mean, also video games, the art, the beauty.
Right. Obviously the story is first, but artwork is what kind of grabs me.
Sure.
I guess while we're talking about that, we could sort of talk about what we're reading right now.
We can do that.
If that's on the agenda here.
For sure. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
It's somewhere on the agenda.
It's on that long list of things to do. So what are some titles that you've been kind of diving into lately? Some of the newer stuff.
Okay.
Current stuff.
Current, I just caught up on Deadpool. Right. I read, in the past month and a half, I read Marvel Now, Deadpool 1 through 33. Getting ready for 34 next week. I'm pretty excited.
It's Original Sin stuff happening right now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
coming to a close.
Today, actually.
Yeah.
We haven't read it yet because it's Wednesday. It's Comic Book Day.
Comic Book Day.
We're going to get around to it, and hopefully we can talk more about that later on, maybe next week or something.
What about you? What have you been into lately?
Well, my top favorite book is right here on top. It just came out today.
Oh, man.
All new X Factor.
Gambit. No surprise here, right?
Yeah, right. This is issue 13. It's a pretty epic team. I suggest just maybe checking it out for anybody interested in some different art, a different story. I think it's going to be crossing over with the upcoming Axis story, which I think is like kicking off any day now. We'll get into that a little more.
Yeah, we'll get into that and Edge of Spider-Verse for sure.
Right,
those two
which is
just kicking off.
We're both actually reading Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's probably kind of the marquee book that we're tapping into all the time. And then also Rocket Raccoon.
Oh yeah,
is a big one. That
him and Star-Lord, just because you know when you get number one, you get number one of both. When you
it's
get
the same
number
week.
two, they come out every week. So
and they're hilarious.
Read it. Yeah,
they're
hilarious. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Rocket is definitely the first one was good.
Yeah, the second one was pretty good too. I mean, in my opinion, like the Free Comic Book Day version was probably my favorite, and then issue 1 was amazing.
Issue 1 was really good, guys. If you haven't read it yet, definitely pick it up.
Yeah. So when we read issue 2, it's still really good, but when you compare it to like issue 1, it's still really good, but it's kind of like it's obviously not gonna be as good as issue 1 was, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, who am I? But
right.
Issue 3 came out today, so we're gonna get around to it.
Right.
And hopefully review that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get through definitely issue 3 this weekend for sure.
Yeah, it's in this stack right here.
Yeah.
So we'll check that out. And
I won't speak for both of us, but when I read issue 2 of Rocket, I actually read it last night in preparation for 3 today, and I was just completely. I mean, it was good. Like it really wasn't what I was expecting after number 1. I was really excited about number 1.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about Rocket, we could talk about the number 1 variant that came out with Loot Crate. What was that? Last month?
The comic. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was two crates ago. So
very, very cool.
Last month, yeah. Yeah, the Thanos cover. We have it somewhere.
Rocket and Thanos.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
can you go wrong?
and with the Guardians thing, also this past loot crate was the Groot glow in the dark exclusive pop figure.
Right.
He's pretty cool too. He's around here somewhere.
Should I go grab him?
You can grab him if you want.
I'm gonna grab him.
We'll show you that.
I apologize for stepping in front of the camera.
Loot Crate, if you guys don't know, it's a monthly mail order subscription box for all geeky goodness. It has pop figures, T-shirts, comic books, candy, advertisements, keychains, all kinds of random stuff. Each month has a theme. So this is what the main thing last month was. It's pretty cool. It's like $20 a month, free shipping, right?
Yeah.
So. You know,
and if you get your friends to sign up, you get like a discount for 1 month. So
right.
That's cool if you have friends that are also into geek stuff.
This is the kind of cool stuff that you can get from that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're a comic book collector, if they do comic books in the future, that'd be something to keep your eye out for.
Yeah. You'll know ahead of time. So I mean, we'll know, so you'll know.
Yeah.
If you keep up with us. Or
whatever. We'll keep each other in the loop. If you guys know, let us know.
Yeah.
For sure, comment. I mean, we want to keep you guys engaged, involved. We want to have fun with this. Make it not just us talking. We want to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to list your top 5 favorite Marvel villains.
Yeah.
Strictly Marvel this week. And then who knows? Maybe we could compare, the first comment and the second comment. Pair their 5s up and say who would win through their numbered 1s and their number 5s.
Yeah. And we'll comment back too. We'll tell you who we think.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll just have fun with it. We're just here to have fun and to talk to other people who like the same stuff as us. Which is right here.
Definitely. Definitely.
For sure.
Let's switch topics, talk about video games for a minute.
It's fun.
I know this is mostly, comics, but we'll do a little Geektainment every once in a while.
Yes, sir.
And
we're quite the gamers.
We are quite the gamers. I mean, we were until we...
I mean, we like this game called Marvel Avengers Alliance. It's on Facebook. It's a Playdom game. It's free to play, but it's really not free to play.
It's pay to win.
It's definitely pay to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
Ask my wife.
Yeah, definitely ask his wife. Yes. It's cool. It has Marvel characters. You level them up, stuff like that. Check it out. I mean, it's on Facebook, so.
It's definitely awesome. I mean, there's PvP, there's PvE. I mean, you can do so much with it. I mean, there's
simulator challenges. Flights for leveling up.
It's really cool. They just got done doing the Guardians. All the Guardians are now released, and they have costumes for them, and they're pretty awesome.
Yep. There's like actually alternate costumes that changes classes for each character as they come out. You kind of got to just go in there and look at it for yourself. It's a lot to just sit here and tell you.
Yeah.
Just check it out. If you love Marvel, if you love video games, I mean, just try it out.
Right.
It's fun.
For sure. Speaking of being gamers, we both obviously play Xbox.
Obviously.
What's your gamer tag?
My gamer tag is Bird Halen. My nickname is Bird. And Van Halen is my favorite 80s music, rock band, classic rock, guitar rock. So I kind of combined Bird and Van Halen, got Bird Halen. I don't know. I mean, it's something that kind of represents who I am. I'm a musician as well, so I really like music. We both really like music. That's where I got mine.
Right.
What you got?
Mine's actually Jabba the Jutt.
Yeah.
Spelled exactly like it sounds.
Yeah.
Which is probably not helpful.
Let's spell it out real quick.
I will in a second. Jutt is my nickname that was given to me by him and his brother. I'm not sure why. But we took it, stuck, we flew with it. And Star Wars, to me, was my childhood growing up. Also Ninja Turtles, like you said earlier.
Right.
But Star Wars for sure. Jabba the Jutt, like Jabba the Hutt. So it's JABBATHEJUTT, and you guys feel free to add him on Xbox. We're game to play when we do.
Yeah. We're big Halo guys. I frequent Call of Duty. I don't really plan on it much in the future, but the next game I'm really looking forward to is Batman Arkham Knight coming out on Xbox One. I really love those games. I'm not a big DC guy, but I really like Batman. Like, he's one of my favorite superheroes. But I don't really get into too much DC. I've been dabbling in the new Suicide Squad, Teen Titans, the new stuff. That stuff's actually really cool. I never thought I'd like that. But what games are you most looking forward to on Xbox?
On Xbox, obviously. I not hating PlayStation. I would love to own one, but
right, for sure.
My wife would kill me if I had both.
Your wife would kill me too. So.
Yeah, it would be your fault, your influence.
Exactly.
This year, obviously, I'm really excited about the new Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah,
edition.
I think we both are.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got Far Cry 4 #1 on my list. Really excited about it. Far Cry 3 was the first game I full gamer scored.
Right.
Played it to death. It was awesome.
It was a fun game. Right? I didn't finish it, but I did play it, and it was awesome. Graphics were sick. The water was sick. It was really cool.
I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be pretty epic for sure.
Definitely. I mean, I have a feeling I'll eventually probably play that somewhere along the lines.
Oh yeah.
But
I'll throw you my copy, man.
Right.
No problem.
That's how we do it.
You just gotta let me borrow Batman sometime.
Yeah. We'll do that little switcheroo.
For sure.
So, guys, let us know what you're interested in, whether you play Xbox, whether you're playing Avengers Alliance already. Add us on there. Add us on Facebook. We'll be allies.
For sure.
Let us know what games you're looking forward to. Let us know, the comics you're up on, the comics you've been reading. There's all kinds coming out every week. Like Death of Wolverine started today.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, there is a GameStop variant.
Bro.
And it's
just found out. I actually just found out about it today from Brandon Bird here. Yeah, I was real excited about it. It's got Deadpool on the cover. It's only 7,000 points. Is that what they call them? GameStop points.
Yeah, GameStop points.
And I mean, they ship it right to your house. They had a.
Here's the. It's like just a Wolverine thing.
You can't really read it.
It says in memoriam. It was from our local comic shop.
Wolverine dies. Spoiler alert.
It's a 4-part miniseries.
Yeah.
But the variant, like you said, it's GameStop 7,000.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna talk on that later because we both think we know who killed him. I have a difference of opinion with Bird, and I mean we really don't know, obviously.
But check out this old school. Like this is like old school Wolverine.
I wish I could see while you're doing that.
That's that's cool, right?
Yeah, that's where it's at, right there.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
But yeah, we'll talk about that later for sure.
Yeah. And as every week as it's happening, we'll throw some spoilers in there, and we'll let you guys know before we spoil stuff. You can cover your ears.
Yeah. Earmuffs.
We'll do like a wave when it's safe to come back in or something like that. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But this is our first time doing this actual show, I guess you would call it. Geektainment. So yeah, I mean we're just trying to see what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want to listen to us ramble about, because that's basically what's happening.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
Just for sure, just comment. We need comments, likes,
subscriptions. It doesn't matter. We're just doing this for you guys. Just help us out. We'll help you guys out. We'll tell you what we like. We would love to hear your guys' input on this for sure as
Definitely.
well.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook or whatever it's called. Friend
Right.
us. Follow me on Twitter. Also, we'll link everything like my Facebook page, my Twitter, his Facebook. I don't know if you have a Twitter.
No.
He doesn't have a Twitter.
I don't tweet.
You can follow me on Twitter. I don't tweet. I follow like one person on Twitter.
Right.
It's like the Marvel
for a video game.
Yeah. So
right.
Definitely, just comment. Let us know what you guys like.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about most anticipated book this week?
Oh my goodness, it's always all new X Factor for me, guys. You're probably gonna get tired of hearing me talk about this, and this is the second time I've already showed this. I'm probably gonna pick it up one more time to show you before this episode ends. It's awesome because it's a team up book.
Tell us about the team up.
It's a random team up. I wish I could show you this picture. So basically, I'll just name it for you. It's Gambit, Polaris, Quicksilver, Danger, Cypher, and Warlock. Currently, those are.
You heard him say Quicksilver, right?
Yeah.
Also,
right?
and Gambit.
And I mean, for the Magneto fans, like Polaris, that's a little daughter action.
Yeah,
I mean, there's all kinds of. Like I said earlier, Gambit's my favorite. When he was putting this book, I was like, man, I gotta read it. And I'm not reading it just because I love Gambit. I mean, that was my initial reason. But it's amazing. Like, the art is amazing. It's not like any other art, in my opinion, that you can really get in many comic books. It's kind of a different style.
I'm gonna read here.
It's a great story. It's interesting. It's just really cool. It's a really cool team up. I love team ups. As long as they're good. Like I said, I'm trying out new Suicide Squad. I just picked up issue 2 today. I know it came out, I think, like last week. But that's a DC title. and I just, it's got some 5
Deathstroke,
Deadshot. I guess I can name him. Harley Quinn, Joker's daughter, and Black Manta. So I've never really read anything about any of them specifically. I mean, I know who they all were except Joker's daughter. Who really knows who that is? Is that a thing? I don't know. But so I've been, team ups. Thunderbolts is good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I know you got Deadpool. Deadpool fans,
Red Hulk, Punisher, Elektra, Ghost Rider. Who else did we say? I mean, that's just a team up.
Covered it. Yeah.
That's just a team up right there. I mean, who's gonna beat that?
Right. And right now, their current story is
Thanos. Who's gonna beat that?
Right. Thanos beats everybody. The Thunderbolts' current story is like they're fighting Punisher. Which is, if that's something you guys think sounds cool, check that out. I don't actually collect that right now, but I do try to keep up on it as much as I can.
Right.
So
let us know,
super
too.
solid.
If there's stuff you guys like and we haven't mentioned it, let us know. We'll read it.
Yeah.
We'll review it. We'll read it.
For sure.
We'll talk about it.
For sure.
I mean,
And guys, post links to your reviews, to your pages, your channels. Like, we want to check you guys out as well.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I'll sit and watch your stuff at home tonight or tomorrow, whenever it is.
Yeah.
We just, we're fans of comic books. We're fans of video games. We're super chill dudes, and we're just trying to have fun. And that's why we're here. So.
For sure. Let's make sure we covered everything we were going to cover. If not, we'll just chill and chat.
What's your most anticipated book for?
I never even said mine, did I?
No, you're skipping out on me.
I ducked.
For this week.
I ducked because Deadpool 34 is next week, and I just wanted to talk about that. No, actually, I'm really...
Swamp Thing? Is that a thing? So real quick.
He's gonna elaborate on this.
Let's.
I'm really not huge into DC yet, but I plan on branching out and also reading that, and also some stuff from IDW. But DC has these one-shots, number ones of all their main guys, right?
I think it's
like Batman, Superman,
stories.
Aquaman, Flash.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna name them all because we'd be here for a while.
Right.
But they're what are those,
they're
3D holographic covers? I mean, they're so cool. And I picked up Swamp Thing today just because I was like, wow, that's Swamp Thing. That's from my childhood.
Right.
Swamp Thing.
Right.
I had to get it, and I really don't even have any DC comics. I have a Superman selfie variant that came out last month.
And that's cool how DC. I do got to give it to them there. Last month was the selfies, which we both got that Superman.
Yeah, that Superman with the cat.
Yeah.
Is really cool.
This is the holographic 3D covers. This one, the Batman, this is the Detective Comics one. It's a Future's End one-shot, which is the current DC story arc happening. And Riddler's actually, I don't know if you saw it when I held it up, Riddler's actually at a certain angle in the picture with Batman. That's pretty cool.
He's on it, but not on it.
It's raining and stuff. It's solid.
I mean, they're really cool. I mean, the covers just look. I mean, I gotta give it to DC. Every cover looks awesome. Aquaman. I don't even know anything about Aquaman, and his cover looked really cool.
I thought about it. But I wanted one this week. I'm trying one out. I mean, I'm
gonna get Flash next week if it comes out.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm trying it out because I've read Detective Comics, but I don't read it every week, so I kind of pick these up when they have cool art or something, this is in my opinion probably the coolest covers they've done in recent memory. They do have Halloween variants coming out in October, which I guess would be next month. That's gonna be pretty cool.
I'm probably gonna
buy way too many of those.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna grab a few of those for sure. Yeah. Should I talk about my real most anticipated?
Yeah,
Swamp Thing. I honestly didn't even know Swamp Thing was a thing until I got there, and I was like, okay, I'm buying this now.
Right.
My most anticipated this week, like I said, I'm a big Deadpool fan. X-Force came to a close.
Deadpool versus X-Force.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Because X-Force is still going.
Sorry. Deadpool versus X-Force. Anytime I talk about... Bird hates when I talk about comics sometimes because I just talk about Deadpool too much.
I know what he's talking about, but when you say it, just X-Force, I want to make sure we're not confusing you guys.
Yeah, Deadpool versus X-Force number 4. But that wasn't my most excited. My most anticipated was the start of Hawkeye versus Deadpool.
I'll hold it up here, that's it.
Yes, please.
I actually picked this up too. I'm a big Deadpool guy too. Not as much as I used to be per se, but I had to get this one. Hawkeye's comics are really fun. I heard he got voted one of the best of last year or something. I'm not really sure what that means, but I have read a couple of his solo series, and
it's got to be tied to the movies.
Yeah,
I mean that's just.
I mean the last one I read, he was deaf, I think, but I don't know. I don't know. That if you guys have more information on that, let me know. Let me know what's so good about it. I've read like 3 of the like 19 or whatever it is. So
Yes, please.
let me know if it's really good.
I mean, yeah, we want to know what's good.
Right.
I mean, we read a lot, but we could read more.
9 books right here. Got to get 2 more still.
Yeah, my pull list was pretty intense this week too.
Yeah.
But man, I was kind of excited about every comic that came out. I mean,
Dude,
Star-Lord,
yeah.
Rocket. I mean, there's not really one this week
Right.
that I was like. I say Deadpool versus Hawkeye, but I honestly probably won't read it until I catch up with the rest of my pull, like my
Right.
Rocket, my Spider-Man 2099,
Which came out today.
Number 3 came out today.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pumped about that. Huge Spider-Man fans. Like, who isn't?
Yeah, the first one was so good.
Yeah. It's another thing, too, is like, this series is good. The 2099, the new launch is good. The first issue, again, was the best, probably, which was the same as, like, Rocket. Maybe even Star-Lord. So it's like, it's still a good series, but obviously as it goes, I'm kind of like, man, I don't think issue 2 is as good as issue 1, but you can't always expect.
Yeah.
You know, the first issue is always kind of going to have that sort of flair to it, probably.
Right.
So.
Right.
Unless it's Amazing Spider-Man. If you guys are reading the new Amazing Spider-Man, let me know what you think about this, because it's a big title. It's a huge name. Amazing Spider-Man's probably, in my opinion, the biggest comic book ever.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest Marvel book in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, the first 2 or 3 issues started really slow, but these last like 2 or 3, I think it's at like 5, 6. Is it
It's
5?
at 5. Yeah.
6 comes out next
6.
week.
Is it next week? Yeah, it is.
I think it's next
and
week.
it's also an original Sin tie-in.
Is it still?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and so 4 and 5 for sure were really good in my opinion. The first 2 maybe not as much. So it just shows you the difference. Like, these stories can start off strong. Issue 1's like the best, but then you got a book like that maybe issue 1 was kind of lackluster because it had sort of a introductionary like thing.
Right.
You know, it a little hard to get going, but Amazing
Right.
Spider-Man might be the best book right now
Right.
altogether. I don't know.
I think it may have started off slow also because like when you go into reading an Amazing Spider-Man, you're like, this is going to be the most amazing book immediately. And like
Right.
when I went in reading Rocket, I was just thinking this is probably going to be childish and bad. And it was so good. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But like you go into reading like expecting something more out of like Amazing Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
just because it got started off slow doesn't mean it's not good. I mean,
Right. Yeah, it's definitely good. It's probably, if you're new to comics, pick up Amazing Spider-Man.
1 through 5.
Yeah,
While you still can.
Definitely while you still can. I don't know if that's the best, but it's the best comic to read. I think if you're just looking for like one good book to read, like that's a guaranteed like amazing title. But like I said, it does
See
start.
what you did there.
Yeah, right. It does. It's a superior title. Too much?
No, they got
it. Which is why issue 1 was kind of hard, was because it was coming off the Superior Spider-Man, which was Dr. Octopus. So I read the whole 31 arc. 32 actually just came out a couple weeks ago for the Spider-Verse.
Soon.
33's in like 2 weeks. But I think for new readers that might be kind of hard because
Yeah, I would start with Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
Just so you're not,
yeah,
you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lot that happens.
right. It'll catch you up, so it's not bad if you start with Amazing 1. Like,
Right,
definitely check
right.
that out for sure.
Right.
That's all there is to that.
We were also supposed to talk about Guardians.
We shall talk about Guardians.
Did you want to talk about that? I have
Yeah.
a note card.
So I'm guessing like everybody's seen the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, right?
At least once.
It's like a month ago.
At
least
once.
a month ago. Amazing movie. We'll talk more about movies later. Maybe like do like a top 5 or something. Marvel movies.
Mhm.
But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, awesome film. My favorite Marvel movie is probably like Daredevil. And
Okay.
I know a lot of people are like, that movie was terrible. That's fine. I don't know.
That guy's Batman.
Right, he's about to be. Daredevil is just awesome. So I don't know. I have my opinions. I guess everybody does. But
Right.
But Guardians was way. I mean, obviously all these new movies are way better put together. The CGI is way better.
Sure.
The stories are way more gripping, which is a big reason. I thought Rocket was awesome. He's always awesome. He's hilarious. His comics are hilarious.
Was he your favorite Guardian?
Rocket's definitely my favorite Guardian. I think he's always been my favorite Guardian. My brother actually introduced me to Guardians of the Galaxy and like in general, and he was a huge Rocket fan, and I was like, okay. I first heard of like Rocket, and I was like, dude, this is a while back. I mean, and I kind of found about Rocket first, and he was awesome, and ever since then he's just kind of stolen my heart. He's a cute little raccoon.
Yeah, he's
a gangster.
He's definitely a gangster.
Right.
He's OG for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that my favorite Guardian is probably Groot.
So I'm Groot.
Because I mean he was just so cool in the movie. I mean.
Yeah.
He, I don't want to spoil anything. He saved everyone.
Right.
I mean, it was just
You definitely just spoiled everything.
Yeah, I did. Don't spoil.
I liked it a lot.
I mean, it was just so. Oh my gosh! Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it yet,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be watching this video. You should be watching that movie.
Batista as Drax was amazing too.
Yeah, that was the
Hilarious.
first good wrestler actor I've ever seen.
Right. He was really solid. Like when he first got cast for that, I was like, man, you are gonna ruin this Marvel movie.
Yeah, that's exactly. We had this conversation 2.5 years ago or whenever he got cast.
So long ago.
We had this conversation because
right.
We used to like wrestling. Or I mean, Brandon still likes wrestling. I used to watch wrestling hardcore. I don't anymore. Batista was my favorite wrestler, and I was like, this guy cannot act.
Right.
I'm sure he
None
can
of them
act.
Can I say that? None of them can. I don't know.
I mean,
apparently Batista can. So
Batista can. I mean.
Who knew,
it is
right?
what it is. I mean, The Rock.
I think The Rock's just been in too many movies, and I don't think he's a bad actor per se, because he was really good in WWE, and that's in a sense acting.
Okay.
It's a performance.
It is.
But then I think it's a different kind of performance from when you go to the big screen, because then it's just different from dropping elbows, fake as people say. I mean, it's scripted.
We'll let you decide.
But, yeah, I mean it's a real elbow, but it's a scripted setup, so whatever you think, but yeah, so I don't know. I do want to see that new Hercules movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it looks awesome.
For sure.
I love big monsters and like animals that are like attacking and crap like that. It's awesome. So.
Right. I mean, like Batista used to not be able to act though.
Right.
He was in that. What was that movie with? Wasn't he in a movie with Rob Van Dam? And it was really bad, like Wrong Side of Town or something.
Yeah, we picked that up.
Oh my gosh, that movie was so bad, and Batista was bad. I mean, he really was. And in Guardians, he completely redeemed himself. He redeemed the Marvel universe. A lot of people have been saying that the movies that they've been putting out lately either haven't been following comic lines, at least good enough. And I mean, this movie hit everything I wanted it to hit and more. I mean, it was something that my wife could watch with me, and she, doesn't know Marvel or comics, and she loved it. Yeah. And people just love it.
It's a really solid movie. I mean, I thought all the movies for Marvel this summer were awesome, starting with Winter Soldier.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we went to Amazing Spider-Man 2.
We did.
And then...
which I cried.
X-Men. Days of Future Past. Which, like, X-Men is my favorite, like... comic book Marvel thing ever. That movie was great, but like I'm not gonna say it was my favorite this summer. It was probably my least favorite this summer.
Yeah, it was
that or Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, definitely Guardians and Winter Soldier were the top two, in my opinion. But
yeah, Days of Future Past was kind of rough to understand. There was a lot of why is Professor X alive?
Right.
Why is Kitty Pryde able to?
Yeah.
And
I think that's kind of how Marvel Comics are right now, with all the time streams tearing and all the jumping into the future. Like, if you guys read Avengers right now, Captain America just went like thousands of years in the future and all that stuff. And I mean, it's kind of hard to follow if you just jump in, but I mean, if you're a comic book fan, I mean, give it a shot, see if you like it. I don't know. Like, we got all this craziness coming up with, I know you guys have heard by now, Thor becoming female, which in the original Sin 5.4, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's sort of some setup with like his sister happening and stuff like that.
This is Loki and Thor, right? In the original Sin.
Original Sin 5.4.
Original Sin 5 is Loki and Thor.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to have one more. It's going to be five issue mini.
First so that'd be 5.1 through 5.5.
The first 2 were slow, in my opinion, but the 3 and 4 were awesome. So if you read the first 2 and you gave up, pick up 3 and 4, check it back out because 4 was really good. So that's going to be doing, I'm guessing, some setup for the female Thor. What else we got coming up with that? I mean, there's other sort of
my gosh,
universe changes.
I mean, obviously Captain America is probably what everybody's thinking. Falcon is now going to be Captain America, which a lot of people have hated on it. I myself, at first was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But I mean, it's just for the comic line. They'll bring him back.
The Axis.
They'll bring him back.
This thing is starting. I guess the road to Axis starts like today-ish. I don't know.
Also, Edge of Spider-Verse.
The Avengers. What was that we saw today? The Avengers issue 24. Was it? That might be. We might be wrong. If we're wrong, correct us in the comments. One of the Avengers issues said Road to Axis begins. So
March to Axis, right?
March to Axis. Axis. Yeah, Axis.
So confusing.
It looks really good. I mean, I don't know super a lot about it. There's sort of a schedule on the back here. I'll show you guys real quick.
Show them that schedule.
This is some of the October releases.
There's Avengers 25 on there, Deadpool 36. I believe Magneto, is it 11? Is on there? Magneto.
I think it's 9.
Is it 9?
Yeah, he's at 8 right now.
Okay, so Magneto's next comic is gonna have. I mean, it's gonna be exactly like Original Sin. There's gonna be so many tie-ins, and it's gonna be.
You guys know how this goes. I mean, we don't have to.
Right.
Spider-Verse, Edge of Spider-Verse began with the Superior 32.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds to me, it was like, what's going on here? Superior Spider-Man. If you read it, you're wondering how. If you read the actual Superior Spider-Man run, you're gonna ask yourself, how, Superior Spider-Man, how is this still going? It's actually a little bit of information. It actually takes place around issue 19, so you might want to read issue 19 just to kind of see where the Spider-Verse is starting point is to take place. I mean, that's something because when it came out, I was like, hold on a second, I don't want to spoil anything, but you can't really continue Superior Spider-Man with how it ended. So that really cleared it up. So if you guys are hesitant about that, just know that it's sort of like a previous, at least so far. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
It hasn't really been going long, so that's just something to keep in mind. I'm giving it a shot. We're both checking it out. So.
Yeah, Edge of Spider-Verse for sure is what I'm probably most excited about for in October.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the next cool crossover tie-in story happening. Original Sin, like we said, is ending today. We'll be reading that here over the next couple of days, and we'll talk probably about that next week. I'm guessing somewhere around there.
It means I have a lot of books to read in the next week.
Don't we all?
Oh man.
Yeah. So I don't know. This is from action figures, comic books, video games, all that stuff. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Hang on a second.
We really we want you guys' input. Comment what you think. Comment how you feel.
Video games. Can you read that?
I think so.
Cool. Video games.
It's a Marvel video game too. So.
Yeah. That's kind of what we do.
I think I played this with you once, didn't I?
Yeah, we did.
Fresh.
We beat the first 3 levels. It was bad.
Yeah, so
that's what we do. I mean, if you guys have anything you want us to review, you want our opinions on anything, just please comment, subscribe, let us know. Anything helps, everything helps.
Yeah.
Anything you guys have,
questions, a big part. If you guys have questions today or next week or whenever, we'll read them, we'll answer them right away, or we'll address you on the show.
Yeah.
We'll get your YouTube name, whatever your Facebook. I mean, whatever you guys want to be known by or as.
Right.
I mean, we're trying to be cool. We're trying to be friends. Your friendly neighborhood comic book geeks over here.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing. So just we'll have fun with this. We'll make it happen, and we'll be back next week. We'll give you guys some more good stuff. And,
absolutely.
Give us some good stuff. Post your links. Post your stuff. Let us know.
Yeah, we want your videos.
We definitely do. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, until next week. So,
Yeah.
take it easy.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah.